So today I am at the Irish Settlement Cemetery located just south of Plattsburgh, New York, and actually I have some ancestors buried there. Another thing is that my ancestors built that house right there, probably in the 1830s or early 1840s. It's still standing. You can see it's expanded a little bit, but I'm going to go to the graves of my Lynch ancestors. It's hard to see, but this is William Lynch. He is my third great-grandfather, as well as his wife, Catherine Curran Lynch. He died in 1842. She died in 1877. They were both born in Ireland, and they came over relatively early compared to many Irish immigrants to the United States, which usually, for most of them, started in the Great Famine era, which was in the 1840s. In the 1820s, where the Lynches were from, kind of a central part of Ireland, there was a local economic shock and many people left. They took the cheapest boats they could get, which were basically two timber ships going back to Canada, landing at Montreal, which is maybe about 40 or 50 miles that way. Then they went to northern Vermont, and then they crossed the Lake Champlain by ferry or by boat, and then they were able to get cheap land here, which was encouraged at the time by landowners and the local government, which had only recently opened up the land around here, which you can kind of see behind it, still farmland, to white American settlers. There's a long story about why this area was kind of not really settled until after 1800, but it relates to the fact that northern New York was a buffer zone between great European powers and later on the United States and Britain. In the middle were the local tribes, the Iroquois Confederacy, who were pulled in different directions depending on who they allied themselves with. But after that was all over and this area was opened up to settlement, my Lynch ancestors, they came here, they built that cute little red house, and they farmed it. They raised a family. Sadly, the father died young, relatively young, and actually if we go back to the headstone, we can see something else which is kind of tragic. He died in 1842. You can't really see it that well, but that's a 2. And then it looks like one of their sons died the following year, just 3 years old. And that is the story of my Lynch ancestors. I'm going to be doing some other travel around northern New York over the next week, and we'll share my genealogy and history explorations.